got Sanguinius, the weight of perfection. Dang, he got, bro. Yo, Sanguinius, bro. Hey, save some girls for the rest of us. Let's go, dang.
Hi, I'm Arthur, and this is part 8 in a 20-part series I am doing covering an in-depth look into the psychology of the primarchs in order of lead.
By the way, y'all, it is Sunday that I'm uploading this, by the way. Usually, I listen, I did tell myself that that Sunday was like my break day. But I mean, one video for me is not gonna do me in. So I will be uploading, today, this Sunday. I don't know what time you guys, gonna get this video. But obviously I'm gonna go back to like my schedule of uploading around 2 to 3 videos a day on like Monday, Tuesday, etc. So but I did tell myself that Sundays were like my break days, but I'm just keeping it real, y'all. Every time that I tell myself that I'm gonna have a break, for like YouTube or whatever, I get pretty bored and I get pretty like not depressed, but like I'm like I just want to do it. Like I just want to do YouTube. So like it's kind of hard for me to take breaks, but probably next Sunday I probably will take that day off or whatever. But right now this Sunday, let's go.
Do you need to have seen the other parts to understand this one? No, but it would make me happy. Part 8, not accounting for the missing Primarch, leads us to the beautiful hawk boy Sanguinius, the blood angel himself, the one whom could do no wrong, cause no problems, and because of that is often maligned in the eyes of a lot of people, save for some of the more die-hard Blangels fans. Yes, I'm saying Blangels, I'm not taking that back. I like Sanguinius, I like what he stands for,
Me too.
but I understand more than anything why people wouldn't like him. He is a bit of a Christ-like figure, I would assume intentionally so, as the iconography of the Blood Angels is very much Catholic core, which is kind of cool.
Really?
As someone who grew up Catholic, I do find the imagery does tend to go hard as hell from time to time. Like, I'm not much of a religious person by any stretch of the word right now, but I do enjoy studying various religious practices, and the Roman Catholic Church is just so responsible for most of the coolest iconography in 40K. Like, have you guys...
I'm gonna say, bro, like Warhammer, they do got like a lot of like similarities whenever it comes down to like religion. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Christian myself, so I can kind of like I usually would see like the cross. I think I've seen like the cross, like a few times in Warhammer. And they said something about like, how like that legion or whatever that had the cross was like Catholic and stuff like that. I've heard of that before, but I don't really know too much about it, if I'm just being honest.
I've seen the reliquary of Saint Mary. Yeah, that shit is real. Like, well, like as real as you can like actually go see it, but you know what I mean. But it contains a black skull and a golden statue preserved as a holy relic. This shit is the most 40K stuff you can get.
Yeah.
So the entirety of the Blood Angels and Sanguinius adopted this as kind of their aesthetic, though that isn't without a reason behind it. So like with the other videos about the Primarchs, I have a lot to say about Sanguinius, but I have to narrow things down to only a few core ideas so it's not spread out too much. I could talk about every Primarch in many different ways, as most Primarchs are multifaceted in some way. So because of this, it's actually pretty easy to make a point about pretty much anything they have done. I could have totally just weighed in on Perturabo's weird Reddit.
Ooh, yo, Perturabo, bro. Yo, just go to Turkey. Yo, Perturabo, go to Turkey, yo. I don't want to be that guy, yo, but like this is absolutely ridiculous, bro. He got a whole farmland on top of his head, bro. Seriously. Yo, yo, row your boat. Yo, go to Turkey right now. Instantaneously, bro. You need it. This is this is worse than the Fabius joint. Yo, Fabius, yes, it's bald, but like at least it's like bald and clear. Bro, his stuff is fading away, bro. His hair is fading away, and he got like a meaty head. Like it's not looking good for bro.
Style tendencies to debate scholars about religion when he was a young lad, but I choose not to, as it's really not that big of a deal, and it's not that interesting. With Sanguinius, though, the main thing people tend to focus on,
bro, the main thing people tend to focus on for Sanguinius, bro, is his style, bro. No lie, hey. His style, I'm gonna keep it real for what it is. Y'all know, bro, I'm a sucker for like, armor and stuff like that. We all know Vulcan, I would say Fulgrim, who else? The Emperor, that Rogodarn dude, Rogodam, whatever his name is. Bro, they all got some nice looking armor. I'm a sucker for like the armors and stuff like that for Warhammer. Bro, Sanguinius, he might be top 5. Now, is he number 1? No. But like, bro, Sanguinius got to be top 5, bro. I'm sorry. He got to be top 5 because his armor is absolutely nasty, bro. Absolutely nasty.
Is his level of perfection in the eyes of all the primarchs. Like, he's stronger, better, faster, relatively smart, and most loved amongst the primarchs, next to, say, maybe Horus before the shenanigans started to happen. But with Horus, he was playing the part of the diplomat, and with Sanguinius, he's just kind of a chill guy. Before we get into the weeds here, let me just break this down how I usually do in these. Give you the beginning, his backstory, the middle, how he is with his legion, and a little bit of his story, and the end, his death and the aftermath of its repercussions, and so on and so forth.
Hey, I'm gonna say it for what it is, bro. Hey, Sanguinius, bro, he went out like a G, bro. He went out, bro. You know, like his death was like it was BS, but bro, he went out like a G, bro. That's respect. That's respect, bro. He did his thing. He went out. It is what it is. I wish, Conrad Kurz, I wish his death was a little, harsh. I'm sorry that sounds, school threatish. My bad. But I don't like him. Sanguinius, on the other hand, bro, yeah, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish he was still alive. No lie.
As well as my conclusions on how
I wish he didn't die in a horus heresy,
okay?
Bro.
Cool. Let's go into the beginning. So the first thing that people would notice about Sanguinius. Hold up, Sanguinius? Man, I'm dyslexic on an almost mythical level at this point.
Hey, y'all know, bro. Listen, I don't want to be weird or nothing like that, bro. But we all know anime. There's some people who make explicit pictures of anime stuff, right? Man, I already know, and I promise you, I never even looked this up, but I already know, bro. Warhammer definitely got some explicit, just pictures, bro. I already know. I don't even have to look it up. I don't have to seek it, bro. I just know. This world is absolutely corrupted, bro. Bro, y'all turn any cartoon, anything, y'all turn every single video game, every single lore about anything into something sexual. I know, bro, especially Sanguinius. I know y'all done turned him all the way out, bro. Man, bro, I can already just imagine pictures and stuff of Sanguinius, and he got the whole 9 yards out. Pause. He got everything. It's just diabolical. Okay, let's just say that. But other than that, man, I know Warhammer definitely got some what is it called? Rated R content. Already. I know,
bro.
I don't even gotta look it up. I really, I swear to you, I do not have to look it up. I know that Warhammer got some R-rated content, or what is it called? R-rated, X-rated, whatever, man. And let me find out. Let me just bring this up. Let me find out. Y'all been dibbling and dabbling into that R-rated content from Warhammer. Let me find out. Don't ever let me find out. Don't let me find out. Man, if I find out, if I catch any of you guys in 4K, bro, you're donezo.
This shit isn't even funny anymore. But yeah, the first thing you will notice about Sanguinius, the first thing you notice about this Primarch is the giant-ass angel wings that are protruding from his back. And yeah, that's kind of a weird bit. Basically, as a child, he was sent to the moon of Baal Primus, known as Baal Secondus, because it's the second Baal, which is kind of an important detail, as it's an irradiated shithole where most things couldn't even live, to be honest. I know most Primarchs were sent to shitty planets, but Baal is definitely up there in the environmental hazards category, which is why he was either genetically programmed to have wings, or he grew them due to radiation, mutation, and warp magic that was likely on Baal. Because, fun fact, there's actually warp resonant crystals on Baal, which are kind of cool, I guess. So when you see a blood red gem on a blood angel's neck, you know why that shit is kind of important to have. But regardless, he grew to massive proportions and did the whole Primarch thing, where he ended up being a benevolent ruler and uplifted his people out of the strife. He was a kind and gentle soul who knew how to lay a dude low if he needed to, because, well, Primarchs. Their defining factor is making a decision and sticking to it, even if it means getting into a conflict. They are conquerors by genetics. Comically enough, he was one of the more psychically gifted among the primarchs, which leads him to be kind of a spoil sport for things like surprises and shit. Like, he legit could tell the Emperor was hiding amongst his people before he announced his presence, which is kind of funny. But yeah, a noble spirit, fair skin, blonde hair, red eyes, and giant wings. The man is an archetypal...
Wait, he was a psyker? Wait, hold up. Sanguinius was a psyker? I didn't even know that. Wow, you learn something new every day. I did not know that Sanguinius was a psyker. Because I don't know if y'all know, but even Vulcan didn't even know that the Emperor was like that one stranger that's challenged him to a 1v1. Y'all knew that, right? If y'all didn't know that, obviously, I'm the first one to tell y'all, because your boy has Warhammer knowledge like that. But wow, I didn't even know that Sanguinius was a psyker. Wowzers.
Catholic angel, which is kinda neat, but regardless, where next do we go from here? The middle. So what part did he play in his legion and the Horus heresy? A pretty big one. See, unlike a lot of his other brothers, he himself is a bit of an oddity where I don't think it would be bold of me to say that he had one of the biggest impacts on his legion in comparison to other primarchs. So you know how the Blood Angels are casually just kind of vampire berserkers? Yeah, that was a lot worse before Sanguinius took hold. The legion prior to Sangi showed...
Oh, them boys was freaky frogs. Man, them boys was nasty diddlers. Them boys was freaky frogs, man. Wowzers.
Up was known as the Revenant Legion for a reason, and that reason was that they were a bunch of monster berserkers who would get the job done, but with no sense of tact or politeness. Bedside manner was never really taught to them, suffice to say. I know that Isander and Coda had a pretty fun way of describing them, so I don't want to steal their thunder. I'd recommend go watching their shorts and their podcast and their episode about the Blood.
I heard of those guys.
It's very fun. But in general, they would get their tasks done with a 100% sense of completion, but the aftermath would be a bit, not pretty. So Sanguinius showed up and actually showed them how to be noble, how to be kind, as well as how to suppress their violent urges. Weirdly enough, through artistic endeavors and also through their ability to learn, they were taught art, they were taught philosophy, they were taught they could engage in other mediums.
Hey, Sanguinius came through and changed the hood. hey, Sanguinius came through and changed up the entire hood. Man, he educated these boys. Man, they were just dumb and messy. Turned these boys into scholars. Okay, hey, Sanguinius, I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't know you know. Okay. All right. Listen, this is the first time y'all will ever even hear me say this. I was wrong. I was wrong about Sanguinius, man. I was wrong. Y'all got me.
Then, wanton slaughter, which is really sad. But the Blood Angels came from there, and I think it's a beautiful thing that they did. So they served in glorious combat with Sanguinius for a long-ass time until the heresy broke out. And the Horus heresy, as a series, is where you see most of his interactions with his legion, and why he's one of the greatest men to have ever lived. Every Primarch liked him. Even Kurz kind of liked him, which is insane because that freak likes no one, not even his own kids. But
nobody. Yo, that nasty man. Turn around and no, that's not him. No. That's not him. That's the Raven dude. That's the Raven guy. Oh, I forgot his name. I forgot his name. Yo, that nasty freak, dark menace. Yo, he don't like nobody, bro. He's a freak in his own nature, bro. Hey, they need to pick him up, bro. Put him in a cage and just let him rot. No lie, bro. Listen, I'm sorry if I sound, mean, y'all. But, bro, he gotta go. Nobody ever does Vulcan like that. Are you dumb? Yo, did y'all know what he just did to Vulcan? Bro, he made Vulcan. He tortured Vulcan, bro. He tortured Vulcan. And that's the nicest of all Primarchs, bro. That's the number one. That's one of one. That's the most rarest. That's the greatest Primarch of all time. And he tortured him, bro. For him being him. Are you dumb? See, that's the hater-ish, bro. Close that back door. Can't get snaked by your homies. Yo, that's what happens. Let me be the first one to tell y'all, bro. All the friends that y'all got, and because I feel like Warhammer in real life, they just go together, All the friends that y'all got, the Anthonys, the Jamals, the you know, the Mannies, the Tuckers, the Tylers, the Taylors, even for the girls, the Beckys, the Ashleys, the Sashas, the Charlottes, the all everybody that you guys have as friends. See, not all of them are just friends. See, those are people that you met before. They're not really your friends. Be near your real friends, because I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody damn near got one or two real friends. Everybody that you know is not your friend. You just hanging around with 16 other people, bro. 2 of those people are your actual friends. Yo, the other 14, 13, bro, you don't even like know them. You just invited them out there just to be with them. You just don't want to be alone. Go be with your real friends, bro. Because a fake snake like Conrad Kurz, bro, is lurking in everybody got a fake snake, bro. Everybody got a fake snake attached to him, bro. Cut him loose. Cut it off. Cut him loose and cut it off. Because this bum Conrad Kurz, hey, Conrad, no lie, bro. Be lucky that I'm not in Warhammer. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah. I know I sound like a school right now, bro, but I'm standing on 10 toes right now. Yo, Conrad Kurz, be lucky I'm not in Warhammer. Be lucky that I'm not in Warhammer. Because I promise you, and this is not me trying to be tough. I'm not a tough guy. As a matter of fact, I'll say it. I'm a bitch. Yo, I don't like all the little tough, oh, let's get rowdy. Oh, I'm from New York. Let's get it started. I'm doing the sturdy while I'm jabbing you up. Like, I'm not, I don't like that. I like peace, like, bro, like, I'm not, bro, I'm just an ordinary Christian man. But I promise you, be lucky that I wasn't in Warhammer. Be lucky that your boy wasn't in Warhammer. If I even saw Vulcan getting tortured, bro, you know how to do, bro? Man, bro, yo, no lie. I'm hitting Conrad Kurz, bro, with the 80 meal combo, bro. No lie, bro. I'm giving out free meals like I'm the Red Cross. What is he talking about? Is he serious, bro? I'm giving out bro, I promise you, I'm giving out McDoubles like I'm a millionaire. Yo, I'm giving Conrad Kurz 5-knuckle shuffles like I'm John Cena. What is he talking about? Come on, bro. Yo, I promise you, bro. I don't know. Yo, Conrad Kurz, he could be laughing at Vulcan getting tortured, bro. Hadouken, bro. No Street Fighter. How dare you torture the GOAT? How dare you torture the GOAT? The greatest of all time. The one that cares for people. Why couldn't you torture the lion? Well, yo. Oh, I know why. Because you thought Vulcan was sweet. You thought Vulcan was chocolate cake. You thought Vulcan was ice cream. No. See, it's not that easy. Bro even got frustrated whenever Vulcan wasn't falling for his little torture tactics. You put my GOAT in a damn corn maze. What did you expect was going to happen? He still was going to find his way regardless. Dummy. Sorry for crashing out, y'all. But, like, it's just, I hate him, bro. No lie, yo. That's the only Warhammer guy that I fully hate. Bro, no lie, bro. I wish I could switch in. I wish I could just get this man to switch in music, bro. No lie, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what it is. And if y'all like Conrad Kurz, bro, not gonna lie to you, you can get the hands too. Yeah, bro. We pulling up on you. Me and Vulcan and the rest of the salamanders. Yo, if we catch you lacking, it's over, bro. Don't try to call for Conrad Kurz, bro. No, bro. No.
Regardless, Sanguinius is burdened by the idea of doing what is right even when it isn't something that benefits him. It's kind of the polar opposite of Kurz in that matter, where he will see the future and know that something horrible is going to happen, but instead of giving in or giving up, he will commit to it and do it only if it meant that the outcome wouldn't forsake his noble intentions as well as his morals. See, Sanguinius is someone whom I think perfection isn't the right word to describe him. I think loved is better. He is a very loved character, and there are people like him I have met in my life, people who strive to do the most good in their life, even if it was at a cost of a very negative outcome. And this is both a good and a horrible thing. There's a book I love reading. I tend to only go through it when I am having the worst time ever. It's kind of an essay and it's old as dirt, but it's called Happiness by Hugh Black. It's a weird long soliloquy about a bunch of random topics, and the story of as to how I ended up getting a copy of it is really funny and also incredibly convoluted. I was 14 and me and my parents moved into this new house, and it was hundreds of years old. It was a massive ancient log cabin that had been refurbished by an elderly couple, and they just had like this massive library that had this book in it. It's a part of a series. I don't really touch upon those, but the book itself is kind of an essay about what it means to truly be happy and what are the various means in which people try to become happy. It's helped me through some dark times. And I can't help but think about several sections of the book that are dedicated to the idea of self-sacrifice in order to help others get through hard times. It's the smile that carries a family kind of mentality, which is the idea that I feel Sanguinius exemplifies quite a lot. He's put into this position where his moral compass is the most altruistic by default of all of his brothers, and because of this, he is always making a good impression on his brothers. Each of these individuals are chomping at the bit to impress him. He is a kind soul, but I can always feel that although it isn't performative, as the book I referenced earlier goes on to state, if you sacrifice your own happiness for others for too long, it can cause you to grow bitter. Which later into the heresy, there are several breaking points, several moments that are kind of at the expense of Sanguinius, which causes breaks in his psyche to form, and thus the black.
You know, I feel like I'll be serious for this once. I'll be serious. Whenever it really comes down to happiness, I tend to notice that, and I'm a YouTuber, y'all, so I know exactly what he's talking about. The thing is, right, the act of me doing YouTube does make me happy, and I know that whenever I do what I do, as in, react to different gaming trailers, Warhammer, etc., no matter what I'm doing, I know that I'm entertaining, and I know that I can make people laugh, make people smile, whatever. I even read a comment from one of the viewers, and they said that, hey, man, I think their grandpa passed away. And it kind of like, sometimes I have to think back to situations like this, but I read a comment where a viewer commented down on my videos, and he said, hey man, my grandpa passed away, and your videos are, he said something like, your videos are making my day better, or he said something like that. And knowing that I have that impact on some people, I'm not saying that I impact millions of people, but knowing that I can have that impact on somebody, that makes me happy. And at the end of the day, what I want to say is, a lot of people think that you have to do something to be happy, when in reality, bro, happiness comes from within. A lot of people think that you have to do something, then I'll be happy. A lot of people think that, oh, well, I have to go to work, then I'll be happy. Or I have to get this check, then I'll be happy. When in reality, man, when you do get that check, when you do get that work done, you're still the same. You still feel the same. Whenever you do get that girl, evidently, you're still going to feel the same. Whenever you do, no matter what you do, like a lot of things that you do that you think they're going to make you happy, whenever it comes down to it, ultimately you're going to end up with that same feeling of just bland and just like whatever. A lot of people rely on materialistic things to make them happy. Not saying that you're not allowed to have materialistic things, but those things only bring excitement. And excitement and happiness is two completely different things. This is me learning this about y'all. Like, I'm learning that at the end of the day, man, happiness comes from within. It never comes from you having something. It never comes from you, having this amount of money or having this amount of whatever. People always say, I love this. People always say, how can millionaires, how can these people get sad? How can these people ever cry and get sad? If I was a millionaire, I wouldn't care. I'll be happy all the time. Why are these people, how are these millionaires, feeling like a certain way? How are these millionaires getting tired? How are these millionaires, working these easy jobs and getting all this money? How are they tired? How are they doing this, whatever? At the end of the day, man, people have different jobs. People have different experiences. What you have to realize is that everybody's life is different. Just because you see somebody having an easier job than you, and they're getting paid more than you does not mean that they're just automatically happy 24/7. Just because you see somebody in a Lamborghini does not mean that they're automatically happy. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be happy, but at the same time, you never know what somebody's going through. And no matter what they have on, a person can have on diamonds and gold and still feel like dirt in the inside. For real. And there's people who have nothing, who wake up happy, who are thanking God, or whether they believe in God or not. But a lot of people who I know who don't have anything, they still wake up and give thanks to God. And a lot of people I know who have things, who have money, who have girls, who have whatever, they feel sad. And what that's teaching me is the money, the girls, the whatever, happiness comes from within. You have to understand that. Guess what? You not having everything, it's okay. And also, you having something, that's great. Also have gratitude for what you have, but at the same time, you don't have to earn your happiness. That's a big misconception that I'm trying to still get over. You don't have to earn your happiness. People think that you have to go out and earn your happiness. No, you can be happy to just wake up, bro. Simple, y'all. You could just be happy just to wake up. You could be out and about smiling because the sun's out. You're feeling good. Everybody in your family is healthy. You're good. No matter what you got, you can have some beat up shoes on. You can still be happy. It doesn't matter. A lot of people think that you need to go out and earn your happiness when in reality, happiness is already inside of us. And another thing, man, another thing that I love, man, and this ain't me saying that y'all can't get rich or nothing like that. No, bro, y'all can work to get rich and stuff like that. I'm just saying, enjoy the journey and because I enjoy every video that I do. I enjoy every single video that I do, whether I'm trolling, crashing out, whatever. I enjoy every video, man, because when I do get to where I want to get on this YouTube thing, I'm gonna look back to these days and be like, man, I used to do 3 videos a day. I used to, react to all these videos and make people's days and crack jokes, laugh, or whatever, y'all. Enjoy the journey, man, because that's what makes you happy. You don't have to get anything to be happy. Sometimes you just need to just slow down, and the whole self-sacrifice thing about you sacrificing your happiness for other people. I've done that. Man. I've embarrassed myself to make people happy. I've make myself look like a fool to make people laugh and make people feel happy. Sometimes you forget that you're not even sometimes that you forget that you're a person until you snap out of it and be like, dang, wait a minute, I was really, and I'm talking about when I say people pleasing and trying to make people happy. What I do is I do try to make people happy from what I do, but I love what I do. A lot of people don't like what they do to try to make people happy. You get what I'm saying? So I do get what he's saying on that one. And another thing, y'all, I love when people say, oh, well, I'd rather cry. What they say, y'all? They say, they say, oh, well, I'd rather cry in a Ferrari or a Lamborghini than without one or than in a Honda or whatever. And what I always say to that is, you're still crying. You're still crying. You're still sad. It doesn't matter. Oh, I'd rather cry in a Lamborghini than cry in a Honda. You're still crying, though. You still sad. Not saying that you can't be sad, but at the same time, you can't be trying to put off, your feelings and try to mask it as oh, I still got money though. Yeah, you're a person that has money, but you're sad. Okay. So whatever you do, you don't need to get all these things to be happy. Obviously, I get my happiness from God 100%. I don't need to have all the fancy stuff to be happy. Not saying that I don't want, a little brand new little Corvette coming up, but, I'm not saying don't go for things, but at the same time, y'all, you're human, so I do know what he's saying. Obviously, I'm sorry if I directed my whole video into talking about happiness, but hopefully, y'all took something from that, because I definitely know the whole self-sacrifice thing. You know, people, you sacrificing yourself to make people happy and stuff like that. I totally understand that. Sorry if I yapped for a long time. I know this video is like 30 minutes long. My bad.
Rage we know the Blood Angels have today begin its inception. It culminates in one of the greatest speeches in the Horus heresy, and that is Sanguinius at the gates of eternity simply saying, "I don't want to be here," where he is basically acknowledging that he is at his breaking point, but he had to ride this wave out until its bitter end. And where did that lead him? To his death at the hands of his closest brother, Horus. The death of Sanguinius is one of the most well-known pieces of art from 40k. It's almost up there with the image of the Emperor on the throne. It's incredibly iconic. And because of this, it's one of the most impactful images you could ever see in the setting. His death led to the release of the Black Rage, as the psychic echo of him being murdered created the first Death Company-style Marines, as every single Blood Angel went into a berserking fury, seeing what he saw upon his death, which is a good metaphor for the buildup of anger and resentment being passed down through the generations because you refuse to deal with it yourself. There is this idea of being selfish, this idea of indulging in your own preferences that I find is too often demonized, and we prop up this idea of self-sacrifice to the point where moments like this are rather common in our world. Not like, you know, super vampire angel killed by mega Satan possessed super Lex Luthor, but refusing to invest in themselves until it's too late and they break.
Until you don't even know who you are anymore, bro. You basically, bro, you give so much, bro, that you don't have anything else to give no more, bro. I know exactly what he's talking about, bro. Yep. Bro, you give until there's nothing else for you to give no more, bro. And you don't even know how to, like, you know, put yourself back together. Bro, I know exactly what he's talking about, bro. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know what he's talking about as well, y'all. I know. But, you know, what I do is I actually ran into that situation probably like a few weeks ago, y'all. That's why I took that break. I took that break, man, because I was so like, for the first time in 2 to 3 years, y'all, I sat down and it, like, when I took my 2 to 3 like day break, I know y'all thought it was nothing, but for me, man, that changed everything for me. Because I was like, wait, like, I haven't done this in years. Every single day I got up, whether I was sick, whether I was whatever, and I tried to entertain you guys no matter what. Point blank period. Whether there was a new game coming out, whether it was, we just now hopped onto Warhammer a few months ago, but whether it was a new game coming out, whether I was doing challenge videos back in the day, whether I was doing vlogs back in the day. Yes, I love the journey, but I never gave myself a break, and I never treated myself. I was all in on YouTube, and to this day, I'm all in on YouTube. It's just I never was able to give myself a break and sit myself down and be like, yo, you good? It happens. I mean, I'll say whenever I got closer to God, y'all, he slowed me down, y'all. He slowed me down, and he really made me think about me, because without me, bro, I can't be here. Without me, I can't show up every day and give y'all the best reactions to these games, and give y'all the best reaction to Warhammer, and crack these jokes and say whatever. I can't give y'all that without me being there for me. Nowadays, obviously, I check up on myself and stuff like that, but like, yeah, bro, I definitely know what this means. Like I said, bro, Warhammer has like a weird way of like relating to like real life. Like it's
down, causing more damage to themselves and others around them than if they would have just said no once or twice, or did something that only benefited them and no one else. The greater good is a good concept in a vacuum, but you can't burn yourself out on the idea of doing good for others for the sake of promoting some greater good. It's a topic I think that a lot of people can relate to, and I know that, especially right now, it's something that I can relate to more than I could ever convey in my words. And it's why so many people are divisive about Sanguinius. They think he is too perfect when they don't realize that his sacrifice is to bleed out the rage that is built up in him over centuries. It's why, even though I'm not a huge fan of the Blood Angels, I do think that Sanguinius, God fucking damn! I do think that Sanguinius is one of my favorite primarchs simply due.
Same, bro. Same. I used to hate on him, bro. I used to hate on Sanguinius bad, bro. I used to, bro, I don't know why I used to hate on him bad, bro. But Sanguinius is definitely, I keep it real, bro. Sanguinius might have to be over G Thug, bro. It's gonna go Vulcan, then Sanguinius, bro. Vulcan's my number one, then Sanguinius might have to be my number two, bro. Because I can see a lot of things that I relate to inside of him, bro. So, yeah.
To the idea of altruism and how it is represented, as even though he died a martyr, it still caused a lot of harm on the way out. But what do you all think? You think Sanguinius is a good representation of altruistic burnout? Or do you ascribe to burnout? He just isn't that great of a character?
That's the perfect word. Just burnout. Burnout. That's the perfect word for him, bro. It was burnout, bro. Wow. Yep. He's like the human, not the human, but he's like the perfect definition of the word burnout. Man. Wow. Yep. I think so. I think so, bro. He's you know what? He's my number two.
Kind of mentality.
He's my number two.
Let me know in the comments, as I like to hear what you all have to say. This is just my perspective, and though
shout out to our boy, man, Mr. 40K Bones, for this video, man. I know this is a long video. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm probably gonna upload this video and go get ice cream after this. So hopefully, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your night. I can't even talk. I've been talking so much. I've been yapping so much. My whole mouth is just drier than the Sahara Desert. But Monday, I'm gonna go back to dropping 2 to 3 videos. By the way, I'm fine, y'all. I'm fine. You don't gotta worry about me burning out no more. I know what to do now. I'll probably say, you know, a few weeks ago was like the first time that I really dealt with burnout. That I really looked at myself in the mirror and was like, okay, bro, you're going through it. You're going through burnout right now. You're a little tired. You just need to rest a little bit. So. Don't worry, I'm good. I know how to take care of myself now. At first I didn't. That's why I took the break. I was like, yo, I need some type of break. But right now I'm good, y'all. 2 to 3, maybe 4 videos will be uploaded on Monday. Again, I don't want to stretch anything out. I do want to be consistent to you guys. That's my mission. My mission is to give it all in every single one of my videos. And if I got to upload just 2 videos a day, just to preserve myself from getting burned out again, then I'll do that. You know, I will do that. I will just upload 2 videos. I can do 2 videos in a jiffy. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's why I upload multiple videos, because, like, you know, I want to get more content out to you guys, and also, like, you know, there's different things that I cover. But if 2 videos is the perfect amount for you guys, because I already know I can do 2 videos, bro, with my eyes closed. But other than that, man, yeah, man. Thank y'all so much for always supporting me. I really appreciate it, man. Other than that, man, I'm gonna see y'all later next time out. Make sure you go. Can I not talk? Make sure you go check out. Bro, I almost said make sure you guys go check out Sanguinius. Make sure you guys go check out Mr. 40K Bones in the comment section down below. And also, bro, somebody gave me a super thanks on the Legion of Damned video. Whoever did that, man, shout out to you, brother. My heart just you making my heart just go. You making my heart just bump out of my chest, man. I really appreciate it. I wish you would have commented down something. They won't even let me see who donated or whatever. But if you did donate it and you're watching this, man, comment down below that you donated it. I'm gonna pin your comment. Everybody show that person some love if they do so happen to say something in the comments. Other than that, man, I'm gonna see you guys. Let me end this video because I'm making too many mistakes, and I'm gonna just leave it in just to show y'all that I'm not perfect. Other than that, man, bye everyone.